This is a question from IIM Indore IPMAT exam 2023 QA section. It says the minimum number of times a fair coin must be tossed so that the probability of getting at least one head exceeds 0.8. So first let's understand the question. The question is very easy. A fair coin when tossed once, probability of getting a head is 1/2. So this fair coin is tossed n number of times, and we need to find the probability. We need to find the number of times. We need to find the value of n. So if this coin is tossed n times, so we need to find this value of n so that the probability of getting at least one head in those n attempts, probability of getting at least one head is more than 0.8. It should exceed 0.8. So the probability of at least one head in n attempts should be 0.8 or more than 0.8, not 0.8 exactly. So in such questions where we need to have the probability of at least one event, we normally go the other way. We find the probability of getting no heads and then we subtract that from 1 so that we get the probability of getting one head. So if we toss a coin n times, then probability of getting no heads at all in those n attempts, that will be 1/2. That is the probability of getting one tail. 1/2 is the probability of getting a head and also a tail. So if we are getting no heads, that means we are getting all the tails. So probability of getting one tail is 1/2, and we have tossed the coin n times. So the probability of getting n tails in those n attempts will be 1/2 power n. Or we can say 1/2 into 1/2 into 1/2 and so on n times. Because every time we toss the coin, we get a tail. So the probability of getting a tail, that will keep on multiplying. So the final result will be 1/2 power n. This is the probability of getting all the tails in n attempts. So here we are not getting a single head. So we want the probability of at least one head. So probability of at least one head, that will be 1 minus probability of getting no heads. So if probability of getting no heads is subtracted from 1, what remains is probability of some heads 1 to n. It can be any number of heads. So 1 minus 1 upon 2 power n, that will be the probability. And according to the question, this should be more than 0.8. This should be more than 0.8. So how much should be the value of n? We can check that from the options also. If n is 3, we can check that from the options or we can solve it. So we can simply solve it. So 1/2 power n, that goes to the right side. So it becomes 1 minus 0.8, and that should be more than 1/2 power n. 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. And here it is 0.5 power n. So 0.5 is more than 0.2. When we increase the powers, when we put the power 2, 3 or 4, this value will keep on reducing. So if I put n equal to 2, 0.5 square will be 0.25, still more than 2. Right? So if I put n equal to 3, so 0.5 cube will be 0.125, which is less than 0.2. So we need that value. So if I put n equal to 2, we'll have 0.5 square, which is 0.25. But this quantity should be less than 0.2, which this is not. So n equal to 2 cannot be the answer. We'll put n equal to 3. So it becomes 0.5 cube, which is 0.125. 0.125 is less than 0.2, hence this can be the correct answer. That means n equal to 3 will give the required condition. Hence the answer is A.